In this video, I want to talk about one of the biggest issues that you'll find with Rick shoes, and the thing that I hate the most about them, and that is heel drag. Heel drag is the first thing that's gonna ruin your shoes pretty much. People talk about how the main lines, they're expensive, but they're worth it because they'll last forever. And that's true. I mean, any scuffs on the leather, you can usually fix, put a little shoe polish or something like that. The toe box, if you have scuffs on the toe box, you can paint that and fix it. Everything can pretty much be fixed except for heel drag. Heel drag can't be fixed, it can only be prevented. And it's just the material of the rubber that Rick uses is so fragile. It's basically like an eraser. You know when you use an eraser on a piece of paper, the more you use it, the more it wears off? That's exactly what happens with this. This is like an eraser that just, every time you walk, it rubs a little bit on the ground and it just files down so quickly too. It happens really, really quick. And I don't know why he uses such a fragile material that wears down that quickly. And I know some people might be thinking like, oh, I don't drag my heels, I don't do that when I walk, I don't have that issue. But everyone has that issue, especially with Rick's, because the sole is so thick, the shoe is heavy, it doesn't really flex much when you walk. So you're gonna be dragging that heel on the ground and you won't even notice it. It's not something that's very noticeable, it just kind of happens. And then one day you look and the whole bottom part right here is just all shaved down and worn out, and it looks really bad. You know, you look at like older Ricks that people have really worn a lot, and there's a big chunk of the shoe missing in the back here. You see that little kind of dip over here, and it just really does not look good. And it sucks that that happens, man. But you know, for some reason, the dark shadows don't seem to have as much of an issue. They still have heel drag. Every shoe is gonna have heel drag. You get any shoe in your closet that you've worn a lot, if you look at it, you'll see some form of heel drag. The thing is, most shoes are not as fragile as the rubber on these main lines, so they won't have as much heel drag, but every shoe is gonna have it. But the dark shadow, for some reason, doesn't seem to have it as much. And I'm not sure if it's because of the material, because the material does seem a little bit harder and heavier than the mainline one. It doesn't seem as soft or as light. Or I guess when I mean soft, I mean like this one, when you press on it, it doesn't really flex much. But this one, when you press on it, you feel it move a little bit. And I don't know if it's that or if it's because the back part here is flat, so it's not a shark tooth sole throughout. Because the shark tooth sole, you know, the tip of it is so thin that maybe that makes it wear down quicker. So I don't know if it's because it has the flat tab in the back, if it's the material, or maybe a combination of both. But for some reason, the dark shadows, although they do have the heel drag issue, because every shoe is gonna have it, it's not as bad as the mainline. The mainline is really bad. And there was actually someone who left a comment on one of my videos, and he said, hey man, I've been wearing mainline Ramones low pretty hard for a year. The rubber at the back and the leather have just started to separate. Other than that, the shoe is great. The sole wears quicker than I'd hoped to. I've heard the dark shadows don't have either problem. Now I'm kind of wishing I had the dark shadow Ramones. My advice is don't run with them. That's what messed them up. Yeah, you definitely don't want to run with them. That will just make the issue even worse. But yeah, that heel drag, man. So the one thing you can do to prevent it is wear heel taps. And that is these little pieces of plastic right here. Until recently, I had only ever seen the black ones. And this is the most common one that you'll find, and really the only one I'd seen ever until very, very recently. And the issue I always had with it is that when you put the black on the ones with the white sole, it just really sticks out. It just doesn't look good. I don't like how that looks. You just have like a black thing just in the middle of the white or milk sole. It didn't really look good. On the black ones, it looks great. I have the heel taps installed on these Geobaskets, and you can see that in the back here, I've worn these a couple times. I haven't worn them that much, but you can see there's a little bit of wear on the heel tap itself, but the sole under the heel tap is intact. It's never touched the ground, so it's perfect, you know. And if you have this heel tap on, shoe will last forever. Because like I said, everything on it can be fixed. The upper is very durable. The leather is amazing. You're not gonna have a problem with that. You're not gonna have a problem with really anything. It's just that sole. So if you have this, the heel tap, you'll be fine. So see on the black one, the black on black, doesn't really bother me. That looks fine. But the issue I always had was the black on the milk. And so I searched for a really long time. And after a lot of searching, because I figured like why do they only make them in black? Why isn't there a white one or a clear one? Doesn't make any sense. And I searched a lot and I found a seller on eBay, one seller that actually had this. And then I found these clear ones, and you look at that, I haven't installed it yet, but that blends in much better and looks, you know, fine. So this is gonna work out really well for the ones with the milk sole. And then once you have that on, you won't have any issues with heel drag. So this I got a few months ago, and I tried finding the seller that was selling so I can link it in the video for you guys. I couldn't find them though. These are very hard to find for some reason. The clear heel taps, almost impossible. The black ones are very easy to find. I'll leave a link in the description box so you guys can check this out. They're really inexpensive, and usually you get a pack of like 10 of them. So you can, depending on how much you wear your shoes, you might replace them every few months or so, depending on how much wear is on them. And they're very easy to install. If you don't know how to, you can just go to a cobbler, they'll install it for you. But yeah, this is a solution to the heel drag issue. Because when you have this is like a little piece of plastic, and you know, the sole won't touch the ground, so you won't have any issues with heel drag. But yeah, just wanted to address the heel drag issue in a video because I know it's a really big issue. And you look at some old Ricks that have been worn a lot, and it's just like terrible, man. Some of them have so much heel drag. The whole part right here in the back is just missing. Some of them are so bad that you actually get holes, start getting holes in the back here. Like they wear it down so much that it goes all the way so deep that you see holes in the sole. So yeah, heel drag, big issue with the Ricks. Nothing you can really do to avoid by walking unless you think about every step you take and you're super careful, but who does that? You're not gonna do that while you're wearing the shoe, that's terrible. So, you know, if you're worried about the heel drag or you don't want that to happen to you, then I definitely recommend investing in some heel taps. I'll leave the link in the description so you guys can check it out. And that's really the best way that I've found to prevent the heel drag issue. Or you could get the dark shadows and you won't have to worry about it as much. I mean, you are still gonna have to get some heel drag, but it won't be as bad. Again, I don't know if it's because of the material or because of the shape of the back, this flat tab right here. I kind of wish Rick would address that and just put a more durable rubber or do something to avoid that, because it's a bummer, man. And for some people who have a lot of heel drag, because some people do have it more than others. Everyone's gonna have it, but some do have it more than others. And the ones who have it really bad, this will wear down so quickly. Like, I mean, I'm talking like within a month of wearing the shoe, this will be done. And especially the ones with the clear soles. I reviewed one of the Geobaskets from the Babel collection on this channel, and it had the clear sole. Those wear down super quick. The material on that is even more fragile. The ones that have the clear shark tooth sole, oh my God, those will wear down really quickly. So really got to be careful with that if you want your shoes to last. You know, heel taps are a great way to avoid it. If you don't want to think about it or worry about it, just put that heel tap in and then you'll be fine. But yeah, just wanted to make a video addressing that, telling you about it, sharing my thoughts with it and what I'm doing to prevent it, to make sure that the shoe lasts for a very long time, that I don't have that issue, and that I don't have a big chunk of the shoe missing in the back here. So yeah, that is the heel tap and the heel drag issue. I'll leave the link in the description. If I find these clear ones again, I'll add a link to that in the description as well. I just can't find them right now. I got these a few months ago. I don't know what happened, but can't find them. So I'll just put the link to the black ones for now, and you guys can check that out. And I hope this video was helpful. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment below. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.